And there we go. So welcome to everybody here today. Thank you for joining in. This is your briefing video to get you all organized for the Costa Rica adventure trip heading off on the 14th of April. So literally in a couple of weeks. So all very exciting. The purpose of today is to get you organized. Okay, I have loads of information to go through, such as your itinerary, flights, airport admin, money, extra costs, phones, SIM cards, kit list, personal admin, and of course, health and safety, everyone's favorite topic. That's when you all go to sleep and your parents actually tune in. So as I go through each section, please, if you've got any questions, don't understand it, just stick your hand up, wave, send me emoji. I don't know how you want to communicate, but just ask me. Because the point of this is by the end of this, you feel really confident, really excited, and you are all prepared. So, starting with your itinerary, okay? It is a 4-week, jam-packed, multifaceted experience, okay? It is a proper adventure. You've got 4 phases, and this is the order of events. 1, you're going to arrive in San Jose, be picked up, but we'll come back to the airport later. Stay the night there. And the next day you're moving to Quipos, which is about an hour and a half to 2 hours from the capital. And you're going to be staying in a finca there, which is next to Manuel Antonio National Park. Think hot, think steamy, and you're close to your environment. But it's very close to the beach, so you will go down to the beaches and you will explore the national park. This phase at Quipos is the community phase. This time, well, in January last year, we, because of COVID, set about and found this fishing community that had diddly squat, and it was just kind of abandoned from previous volunteer groups. And over the last year and this year and forever and on, we are sponsoring and looking after the community centre there for the kids. But there's still so much that can be done, but every group is involved with kid activities and they really love it and they look out for it and they can't wait for the next adventure trip to come around to play games with them on the beach, you name it, from glitter parties, face painting, fun and games, you know, in the pool. But at the same time, you will be doing refurbishment in the community centre and in their playground outside. So it's all hands on deck for that time in Quipos. At the same time, you will have time to go and explore Manuel Antonio National Park, do the waterfall treks. You will love it. Okay. Then you move on out of the kind of jungly environment. Oh, because Quipos is a jungly environment, but when you're at the school, that's the beach environment. So you get the best of both worlds. Then you move to Samara, which is further up the coast, which is a little kind of surf town. It's one of the smaller towns, quite kind of hippie-ish. Well, the whole of Costa Rica, the coastal towns are hippie, surfery. Nobody is to come back for it with a tattoo, by the way. It's everyone, you'll see all the surfers are covered in tattoos. It's, you know, it's a kind of very gentle place. Here, you're here just for over a week and you get split into 2. Half of you are going to go to the Robinson Crusoe style turtle sanctuary, where you have to trek in. It's very, very basic, but everybody loves it. It's kind of hammock life, a big building with a tin roof. You've got kind of wildlife there, head torches on, everybody's cooking, you're showering with a bucket, you know, it's basic stuff. And when you're not there and you're back at Samara, there's opportunities to go, there's 2 surf lessons included, there's a yoga class included, and there's lots of opportunities. You'll be clearly doing another beach cleanup, learning about the problem of plastics, but there's lots of opportunities there to go out on extra snorkeling adventures, sunset, you know, sunset nights, So there's lots to do. From there, you go into Natura, which is the wildlife sanctuary. Now this, I'm just going to tell you straight, This is tough, okay? This is hot, this is steamy, this is sweaty, and you are no doubt going to grumble, okay? But it is rewarding, okay? And this is the part where you are up at 5:30, you are feeding all the animals, and you've just got to see it for what it is. It's this amazing experience to be up close and personal to Costa Rica's finest bird life, wildlife, you name it, you are going to see it. You're going to be creating their breakfasts. You're going to be cleaning them out. You're going to be doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things in the reserve, in the sanctuary. So it is a very special place, but this is gritty. So, you know, you can enjoy yourself on the beach of Samara, knowing, bracing yourself for the grit of Natura. But you will have a little treat midway when, you know, thinking, crikey, have I got another day of this hard graft? And you will be whipped out to go on a waterfall trek for the day. So, you know, you've got the business, we know how to manage it. We know how to keep the flow going, to keep morale up at all times. So, you know, you're in good hands. After Natura, you then finish with the big adventure phase, which is at Monteverde, up high in the cloud forest. This is simply stunning. So much cooler. You will all just like be, oh, thank goodness for that. You'll be putting your kind of jumper on, maybe even a pair of jeans. But the cloud forest is absolutely beautiful. And you will hopefully see lots of the wildlife you saw at Natura in the wild, in the jungle. We've got a great guide up there called Eric, who lives and breathes everything in Monteverde. He takes you on the kind of weird and wonderful hikes to see everything. And at this stage, this is your chance. If any of you, God forbid, want to do a bungee jump, this is where you want to do it, and the zip wire adventure. The zip wire adventure is also available at Quipos in week 1. Don't do it there, okay? Save this moment to do it all together in Monteverde, because it's one of those real highlights. You will just love to do it as a team, kind of team bonding, high five, end of program, kind of full stop. So wait to do it there. If you are mad enough to do the bungee jump, that's fine by us. You could do it. You just have to be insured. So all of you who have taken out the Campbell Irvine insurance are automatically insured for 2 bungee jumps, because who wants to do more than 2, or 1 for that matter. And if you're not insured by them, please will you check whoever you're insured with, whether it's covered. And if you're not, email me, because we have a contact of another insurance company that can insure you for that activity on a particular day. And it costs about £14 to cover. So it's all possible. Okay, so that is your order of events. Any questions so far on the order of events? No, but it's a good order. It's a good order. You know, out of those phases, you know, the kind of the grittiest 2 phases is ASVO, working in the wild at the turtle sanctuary, and Natura. So I want you all to brace yourself for Natura, and in the feedback at the end, I'll remind you, I don't want anyone saying you didn't tell me how hard this phase is. I'm telling you now, but it's really good for team morale, team bonding, and as a mother of children your age, let me tell you, it's really good for you. So you will love it. Right, the next thing on the itinerary is the costs, okay? So as you know, there's various things which are kind of, most of it is all included, but I just want to highlight what is not, so there is no surprises when you get there, and just kind of give you an outline of what typically people spend extra. On average, people budget to spend an extra £150 per week. Okay, some weeks it's more, some weeks it's less, but that's what it averages out at. So when you're in San Jose on night 1, supper's clearly included. When you get to Quipos and you're in the finca, all meals are included apart from 2 suppers out. And we do those suppers out because you want to go down to the harbour and you'll want to go and, you know, explore, and there's some really nice places to go. Okay. When you're at Samara and Asvo, when you're at the Turtle Sanctuary, all food is included, but you have to cook it yourself. When you're at Samara, 2 meals a day are included because everybody wants to go out and about in the evenings. Budget about $10 for supper out and about at Samara. When you're in Natua, all food is included. When you're at Monteverde, 2 meals a day are included. Again, suppers are out and about. So, going backwards, extra activities that you might want to do. When you're on Quipos, there is an activity to go, again, to do the zip wire, but don't do it there. But there is a wonderful opportunity to do the Island Tortuga tour. Now, that is completely optional, and it's going off to this wonderful island to snorkel and see great marine life. That costs $75. I would say usually 2/3 of the group do, 1/3 doesn't, but take a view when you're there and the guides can talk to you in detail. When you're at Samara, a lot of people just chill and have downtime, but if you want to do extra things, there's extra yoga classes. They usually cost about $10. There's snorkeling activities where you could go on a group snorkeling tour for $30. There's a sunset evening activity where you go out, there's glorious beach, and that's $10. Natua, there's nothing for you to do. Monteverde bungee jump is $85 and the zip wire is $65. So have that costs in your head, juggle it, so there's no hidden surprises. Now, the only thing that we can't navigate and forecast on your budget is, you know, how much you're going to drink. You don't drink on the adventure much. You know, it's not a drinking culture vibe. It really isn't. So yes, you're going to have a few beers in the evening. You know, it's all very kind of low key and simple. But of course, there is temptation, especially at Samara Beach. You know, you're going to have cocktails at $10 a cocktail, because let me tell you, Costa Rica is not a cheap country. So you've got to be savvy. Okay. It is in places like Samara and down at Quipos in the harbour, you could be thinking, my God, this is kind of London prices. So you have to be clever as to where you go, where you eat, but you will be guided accordingly. Okay. Everybody happy so far on costs? Okay. Money management. That's the next one. Okay. How best to do this? I know all of you know about Revolut Monzo cards. Now, the Monzo cards, weirdly, I don't know why, is sometimes works in Costa Rica, sometimes doesn't. So if you've got a Monzo and you've got it, just take it. But please, you've got time to get a Revolut or a Starling card in addition. In addition to that, always take a debit card. You don't want to try and get the local currency out before you go. You will get that out from an ATM on day one of your trip. Okay. Oh, I've just had a kind of, I've had a mind drop. Okay, you get that out from an ATM on your first day. Okay, money belts, bum bags. How are you going to organize yourself? Okay, please take some form of, I know money belts are really old hat, and you know, I show my age by even mentioning the word money belt, but you know, guys, what you take to festivals, those crossbody bags, but you need that on you at all times. Make it kind of work, make it sensible, so you can put your phone, your money in it at all times. Okay, you never ever take that off, even when you're sitting in a bar. Okay, the worst thing you can do is put your money, your telephone in a rucksack down on the floor of a busy bar or restaurant. You will be kissing that goodbye. Okay, so you have got to be savvy with that. All right, any questions on money management?
Lily, hi, can I ask a question about money?
Yeah.
So you said we're going to go to an ATM or something on the first day to get cash out. Is that the only chance we have to get cash out? If it is, or if it isn't, how much do you think we should be carrying around at any sort of given time, you know?
Yeah, no, good question. No, look, you're going to come across ATMs throughout the entire journey. So I would probably get the equivalent of 50. The thing with the colon, which is their local currency, is it comes in vast, you've got like 1 million to the pound. So, before you know it, you're walking out with a wad of cash about that. So I would probably get 60, 70 quid out in the first hit. And I would also, forgot to say, that's when my mind went blank, take $100 cash on you, just as an emergency fund. Okay. And just keep that on you. That's just good practice. So if you haven't spent it and you're towards the end of the trip, then you can use that to pay for your bungee jump or the zip wire. But it's just good practice just to have that on, especially through the airport. I don't know if something went pear-shaped, because they do accept US dollars everywhere, but it's at a shocking rate. So it's best to use the colons if you can. Okay.
Cool. Thanks.
Good.
Sorry, I just have a question. So when you set out the emergency fund, it would be $100 US.
Yes.
And that's an emergency. All right.
Yeah. It's just always comforting, just to have a little bit of the kind of US dollars on you. No one's interested in our currency. So US dollars it is. Okay. Next, phones, SIM cards, Wi-Fi. Phones. There is Wi-Fi pretty much everywhere. Kipos, it's a bit sketchy in week 1. Samara, it's fine. Asvo, there isn't anything. Natua, it's there. It's basic. Basically, it's there to WhatsApp. It's not there to stream videos. Okay. And Monteverde, you can stream videos in the hostel, that's good Wi-Fi. So as a family, talk to each other. If you could go off grid, if you could go silent, that would be just great. Just chill out, but try and put your phones away and focus on the wonderful environment and the people around you, and not communicating and on Instagram the whole time. But phones, take a backup phone. Please, goodness, take a backup phone. You'll be amazed. Everybody's at least 1 or 2 people per trip break, smash, drop their phone in the sea. So take a backup phone. Everyone has the spare phone in a kitchen drawer. You can get local SIM cards out there. You will be shown that on day 1 or 2 in Kipos. So you could do that as an option. So make sure your phone or your backup phone is open, unlocked, so you can do all that. I was told the other day by my son, if it's an iPhone later than iPhone 7, or was it 8? 7, then they're automatically unlocked. Valuable piece of advice. Okay, so that's how you're going to manage your phones. Kit list. Look at that kit list. Everything on there is for a reason. The Mozzie net, okay, is just buy something cheap and cheerful off Amazon. You can literally get them for about 5 quid, and you want something which you can just sling up and tie to the ceiling. Nothing fancy is required because you won't bring it home, and you only need it for the phase at ASVO. Now, sometimes you get there and the group before have been really kind and left all theirs, and you think, oh God, I didn't need to bring this. But sometimes they've taken them with them, or they're ripped, and you think, damn it, I wish I'd had mine. So take it for that phase. Reusable water bottle, please don't forget that. Okay, we're talking these kind of tin styles, what are they called? Sorry, the chili bottles. Do not take a kind of more plastic to this country. Reusable. Hat, suntan lotion, very expensive out there. Girls, sorry, Luca, and all the boys listening to this, but sanitary towels, all that type of thing, it's really expensive there. So take enough supply out with you. But things like toothpaste, soap, shampoo, you can get. All right. Kit, when it comes to shoes, I know that you all wear those fabulous Nike trainers in the evenings, so you don't want to use those for your treks, because when you're on your treks in the waterfalls, in the mud, slipping and sliding, they'll get completely trashed. So take a pair of trainers which have got a grippy sole that you don't care about, that will probably not come home with you. The group before said they took Birkenstocks and Crocs, and the Crocs were the best thing they took. We know they're the ugliest shoes known to man, but apparently they work wonders in the tropics. So up to you. So that's really important. So have a look at that kit list. Just looking down here, the personal admin on MyLeap. Everyone has been really good. The girls have told me that everyone has done everything. That is brilliant. This is just a heads up. Please, on the health form, we've got lots of information from everybody, which is fantastic. But if you have a nut allergy or suffer from anxiety or epilepsy or absolutely anything that you think that you take in your stride and you cope with naturally, but actually you don't know what jet lag, dehydration, sunstroke can do and affect those things. We need to know, okay? We need to know so we can support you best. Everything is confidential. So please tell us what's and all, what's going on, if there is. Right, now I'm just looking at my list, hold on. Admin to get you out there and to get you back. I will send you an email in the week before you go with the final details of the right forms that you need, Right now, with Costa Rica, it's super simple to get in. You do not need a COVID test to enter, but you do need a COVID test to enter Natura National Park, to Natura, the sanctuary. So all of you need to take some lateral flow tests with you. Now, when you do that lateral flow test, if you are positive and can't enter the camp, don't want anyone panicking. We will look after you and we will house you somewhere else until you get a negative test. Hopefully by the 1st of April, they have dropped this rule in Costa Rica, and it is a thing of the past. That is what we're praying. But if they are still catching up with the new rules, then we have to abide by their rules. So one of the groups, this did happen to 5 people. It was fine. We sorted them out, put them in different accommodation, and yes, you have to pay for that unless we can take you to our camp at Santa Teresa, but if that has space. But if we don't, this group had to be housed in a little hotel close by, and it's fine. It's all insurable. So we will lead you through what happens when we come to these little hurdles, but hopefully there won't be. But to get into Costa Rica on the British Airways direct flight, all you need is proof of your vaccinations, and you need to fill in this health form. But I will send you that on the week prior to you going. On the way home, remember, you have to have, and all of you have booked a return flight that is changeable, which is fantastic. A lot of people do stay on and travel independently post-program. But when you're coming through the States right now, again, you still need an antigen test, and they are super easy to find in Costa Rica. Absolutely easy peasy. They're everywhere. And they cost about $30 to $40. So we will arrange that for you for everybody that's coming home. Now, the last thing I just want to bore everybody with, I know this is the real kind of, oh gosh, you really don't, killjoy moment of health and safety. Okay, so yes, COVID, it is what it is. Okay, we know how to deal with it. We've been dealing with it for the last year and a half now, in getting people in and around Costa Rica, juggling what happens. When with the rule in Costa Rica, if you are officially got COVID, you have to isolate for 5 days, but we will take that in our stride. But more importantly, the things that I worry about more are heat stroke, dehydration, same thing, and the simple cut and ear infections. Okay, Those are the things that happen, and tummy bugs too, you know, are more regular, and you've just got to be on. If you get a cut, an infected mosquito bite, let me tell you, it's not going to mend by itself. Fact. It will need antibiotics. It will need an antibiotic cream, all available very easily to get in Costa Rica. But to prevent that, any mosquito bites, any insect bites you get, don't scratch them, and get your first aid kit out and keep them clean. Okay, and keep out of the sea while it heals. All right. Tummy bugs. If you get a tummy bug and you've got a dodgy tummy, stop eating food, only eat rice, and get lots of Coca-Cola. Old wives' tale, but it works wonders. Down you. Okay, diaurolite, and talk to the guides. Okay, your guides, you're going to have 2 guides with you at all times. Okay, they are awesome people. I don't know which ones you're going to have, but actually it varies because they all like to chop and change. It kind of take on different phases, but they are all young, Latino. They speak great English, and they're really approachable. They're young and fun, and they've been doing this for years. So they can see a dodgy insect bite, just show them, tell them what's going on, and they will know what to do. Okay, so don't hold back. Also, what we need you to do is listen to them. Just telling you now, we are privy to information in Costa Rica, which we hear from the local police, we hear from the local vibes, you know. So luckily for you, on being guided by the lead and all our contacts on the ground, we can direct you to, okay, if this bar is a dodgy bar and that's where kind of unsavory types hang out, we're going to advise you to do that. Please listen. Okay, please listen and respect what they say. If they say, guys, you know, you've gone off your rocker tonight, you've gone drinking way too much, you know, which occasionally happens. People get overexcited in a party style, especially at Samara. Rein it in. Okay, they're there to look after you and to direct you and help you navigate the whole experience. So just when it comes to your health and safety, and the worst things that happen on our trips are when people are under the influence of alcohol. So everything in moderation, everything just a kind of calm, nice, positive vibe is what we're after. But listen up to that inside information. You know, you're lucky to have that information, because the gapper of just the normal traveler really doesn't, and can quite often, as we've learned recently, come a cropper. So don't be that person. Okay, so I think I'm now just checking on my lovely list that I have covered everything. Are you all happy? Open to questions? Fire away. Nope. Okie dokes. Okay, so
I've got one, Millie, sorry.
Oh, go on, Luca.
So I saw on the kit list, obviously no suitcases. Do you have a recommendation for a sort of ideal bag or type of bag? I'm going to get one, but I'm not sure which one.
Okay, get this one. Okay, I love kit. We have all the bags at home. Get the Mountain Equipment brand. It is a brilliant bag. It's the thick black plastic bag. It does have wheels, but it's also got it's got big straps, so you just sling it on your back. And it's like a top loader. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, but if any of you have got rucksacks, 80 liters ish style rucksack, perfect. A roller bag, anything soft and squishy and durable that you don't mind, can be slung on top, can be thrown about, slung on the top of a vehicle, slung into a corner of your room, kicked about, and is malleable. What you don't want is a hard shell suitcase. Doesn't look the part. And also, not that it's all about looking the part, but we know it is a day rucksack. A good 20 litre-ish day rucksack is really, really useful for all the little treks that you're going to go on, When you go to Asvo, the turtle sanctuary, you'll just fill that up and take that with you. So yeah, 20-25 litre, those kind of North Face ones are awesome, with kind of padded shoulders. Those are great. Okay. Anyone else? Okay.
Just about the bags.
Yeah.
I have one that's 65 litres. Would you say that's too small? Because I've only just bought it, so I can send it back. Or would you suggest getting a bigger one?
What brand is that?
Oh, I can't remember what the name of it is. I'll try and have a look.
65 is quite small.
Okay.
I think that's quite small. I think an 80 litre is bang on right. But if it's that brand, which is the Osprey brand, which is
I don't think
side loading one, it's not that. Well, that's 65 litre, and then it comes with, did it come with a backpack zipped on the top?
It said it came with extra parts, but I don't know if that just kind of made it up to 65. I don't know if it added anything on from the 65.
Okay.
What about low alpine? I don't know how to say it. That
Oh,
mine's
yeah.
like 70.
Yeah, that would be fine. That'll be fine. Just have, you know, get your stuff out on your bed. I mean, you know, you're taking loads of bikinis, you're taking, not you, Luca, but, you know, loads of shorts, strappy tops. It's the shoes, it's the things that take up the space are your shoes, is your wash bag, it's your first aid kit. It's that clobber takes up most things. 2 towels, a blow up pillow, really useful on the long journeys, but not essential. Just have a look, Lottie and Imogen, see if you think you can get everything in.
Just quickly, something about the towels. Would you say the microfiber, like the fast drying ones, or like just a normal towel?
No, do not take a normal towel.
The microfiber.
Yeah, those normal towels
okay.
stink after one day. Take a microfiber towel, a sarong, anything that is really quick drying. The environment there is hot and steamy. Okay, it's really humid. So the only place where you're going to need kind of maybe the raincoat and bit warmer gear is in Monteverde at the end. Are any of you lot thinking of traveling on independently afterwards?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, well then you want a little bit of space in your bag, because you're going to bring back lots of odds and sods, you know, lots of presents for family, all those ethnic souvenirs. So when you're looking at your bag, just don't think, oh my God, there's no room to skin a cat in there, because you will want to bring extra stuff home. Okay. But this is a really exciting adventure. Everyone loves the adventure. You know, it's a jam-packed, you're on the move, it's very dynamic. So if you think, oh God, wow, you know, that was a kind of tough day, I don't know if I can do that again, it's fine, because every day is different. You know, there is hardly any repetition in this trip, apart from when you're at Natur, when you're up at 5:30 making breakfast for all the animals. But, you know, apart from that, you know, it's really varied and kind of lively, dynamic, fast. So, you know, it's a goodie. It is a goodie. Okie dokes. Right. Going to love you and leave you. Thank you for showing up. I will send this recording, so if you've forgotten anything, you can just play it again. And of course, if you've got any other questions, just give us a call and we're here to help. Okay. All right. Lovely. Have fun. Take care and enjoy every moment when you're out there.
Thanks very much.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.